What is going on, guys? Today what we are going to be doing is playing a little bit of some sit and go tournaments, which is kind of what I've been doing, like, honestly, over the last little bit. But yo, I am having so much fun playing these sit and goes, dude, and I feel like, yo, I'm really feeling like I'm learning theory, and it's been like a pretty good time. So basically what I'm gonna do is just play these every once in a while, kind of have a good time, chat with you guys, just more fun, you know, practice theory, and overall, just, I don't know, maybe we'll just talk about whatever we want. We could talk about like girls, we could talk about animals. I mean, I think that the possibility to being able to chat about a lot of stuff opens up, right? We could talk about building houses. I don't know a lot about building houses, so wait, I don't know if I just folded. I think I might have folded kings. I think I have to look back at that, but I believe I folded kings. A button raise here, we're gonna fold out. But yeah, man, life has been good. I've been working on trying to build the bankroll and really just trying to develop a strategy for these sit and plays and kind of how I want to get them going. And these might be some longer, less edited episodes. Maybe we'll just kind of play a little bit, you know, maybe more short. Maybe we'll see how these are, maybe like around 10 minutes or something. I don't know. If you guys do have a preference on how long you like the videos to be, I think that I found, like, you know, like somewhere like under 10 minutes is good, but, you know, I don't know, maybe you guys prefer longer videos, maybe you prefer, you know, 15-minute videos, I don't know. All right, so this guy bet aces but didn't shove. Interesting spot here. I think we just have to fold this again. So we haven't really had any action, but that's the thing that I've learned, is that you don't really need action in a lot of these spots to be okay. Like, I guess maybe we can shove on him, but we're in a bad enough spot that I don't think we have equity. Same thing, I assume he shoves. He knows what he's doing. This guy doesn't, so I assume that this guy calls. He doesn't. We're folding out anyway as well. But yeah, so we're basically just kind of learning our different spot. We got some good equity here. I think, I don't know what we're gonna get called by here, so I think we can just call because I think he shoves. He doesn't, and we're gonna hope that he values something at some point here. We hope that he connects to on this board here. We know we have the best hand, and hopefully he just kind of values himself. I don't think he's gonna be able to get away from a 9 here most of the time. I think we're good if he does have a 9. Maybe he's got some sort of pair. I would believe he would be shoving here, so I don't know what he could possibly have. And we'll just check along, and I think we got about as much value as we're gonna get. And he shoves, and we can easily make a call there. We got him beat pretty good there. So yeah, we figure, so that's the exploitive play, which I do plan on getting a video out pretty soon about exploitive play as well. Which basically means just understanding your opponent. So normally we can raise to 2. I don't think that we're shoving there too often. Big blind, king 5. I don't know how well we connect in this spot. I think we're calling along, and I don't know if we're good. We do hit the king. We should be good. Nice. Now what we're doing is we're pretty much just, he's gonna shove, we call. Ace 5 is pretty easy call here. We're in a good enough spot. We just gotta miss a 10. And we missed a 10, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go. That's that exploitive play. All right, let's do one more. Also, before we jump into the next game, we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers this year, and we are actually growing really rapidly right now. Channel's doing well, so subscribe to the channel. Game number 2 is here in 3, 2, and just like that, dude, with the power of magic. Ah, man, just another $4, but yo, we're winning the stakes. We're beginning to win the stakes, and we're not necessarily always playing GTO, but we don't always have to play GTO in these spots, right? Like, you have to understand how to exploit. You really need to understand GTO and then like know what you're supposed to do, which I'm definitely not all the way there, but we're pretty good and a lot better than most of these players. So we're not gonna terribly mess up, I don't think, in a lot of spots. But what we need to do is basically exploit your opponents here. to kind of do well. I think we can call ones, but I don't know what we can do. He could have a 6. I think we don't have enough value. 5 to 1. So I don't think we have enough to call there. I think a pair with the 2 pair. I don't know. That's okay. I think we were looking for a 3 and we probably don't have the equity. 12 button limp. I think we can just shove here. Oops, I meant to click shove. So these are the mistakes that cost money. This is a spot I don't love. I think we just have to go 1. I think we have to bluff because we do have potential here. So board you don't love to do. I think we're gonna go about 50 cents or 50% here. We're gonna have to pull that pot down. So basically you have to understand the pots that you're not normally gonna do here. On the button, this is probably a pretty easy raise. I think, yeah. I think we're okay. Now versus a shove, when they shove, I think that's probably a pretty easy call. So we've made some mistakes here, but when you also understand, that's the other thing about studying, right? And I have a video where I'm studying some of the spin and go. So if you haven't seen that video, go check that out. But the idea is when you mess up and you know you make a mistake, you can either you're either ruining your mistake, like you're either going to be playing like absolutely like awful, because then it's like, all right, well, I'm screwed. Can I bluff? Do I fold? But you know that like, oh, you're not in a good spot where you can continue, and then you just have to figure out like, what are you going to do? So either you're going to ruin it by like continuing to bluff and barrel, and and then you get called down by better, and then you're in an awful spot, or you end up being able to recover, which is kind of what we ended up being able to do in that hand where we continued to barrel. But we did have some equity as well. I think if we were dead, we probably are folding there. I think a button limp is okay in this spot because 8-5 seems to be really nice. This is a bit bad. Yeah, see, no, we're losing a big blind here when we don't have to. So I think that's probably okay to just get out of the way. We're checking a limp here. We don't have a great hand. So we're cool with just folding immediately to, I think, any other bet. Seems good. 5 ace to a fold is a shove. We're either taking the big blind down, which I think we're good here. We're in the first spot. Now, smaller pairs, I'm going to shove all the time. We could limp and we might get a caller. But I think that hand, we'd rather just shove, I think, most of the time. Maybe a 3x here. I could probably go 2 to just open. This could be this definitely is a shove a lot of the time as well. And we got a pair of queens, king high, so I think we're good to just continue. We'll pull that down. We would have had 3 of a kind, so probably in the best spot there with the king. 5.5 here is just a shove because again he's so short that our equity with the 9 and the 6 is strong enough, and or we're just pulling the blinds down. So explaining why we're doing that here. Now this is a hand. This is just a shove in this spot. Normally we're limping 2, but because they're both so shallow, a limp could probably be okay and we're in a good spot, but we just, we're taking too long, and they're either going to call like that or they're just going to fold out. And, at this point, we're so ahead that we just have to keep pressure. Now, he shoves here. This is obviously an easy fold, right? Just because we don't have enough. And these guys are all in. And as you can see, that's why we won't shove, but somebody's... Okay, so they split, so nothing happened there, so that's fine. So we're in the same spot pretty much that we were. And I think we just have to go all in here, even though this isn't something we like, but we have a suited hand, and we'll see what happens. We're hoping for a 4. We don't get it. That's okay. It's tough. We don't love it, but that's just what I think that's what has to happen in that spot. 7-10. I think we're just gonna get out of the way on the button here. And really, they're just in shoving range, so I think we just know we gotta fold. We're almost back to the same position again. On the big, we'll defend. If this guy folds, I think we defend here. We should have about enough equity, and we're definitely losing that. So maybe we find some more folds, and now we're in the same spot where we can just shove back here. And we should be good. 5 queen. And we end up losing that. And I think we just kind of got unlucky. We might have made a mistake there, but overall, not the worst, not the greatest ever, but